Oh boy. Okay. Real quick, some things that I should have known going into this, and maybe this will help you, is to add. No. Oh God. Stop. Stop. All right. This is a before video. I'm gonna get the Jeep paint detailed and fixed. This here, the hinges, they can't be fixed by a detailer. You can see that contrast there. What's happening is the hinges on a Wrangler, at least JKs, I'd have to research various other models, but they're aluminum. So what happens is, and what finally happened is the paint chipped off the aluminum hinge, but what happens is that the aluminum corrodes underneath the paint, and then it leads to what you can see there. There you go, there's a good side of it. It oxidizes underneath the paint and then finally weakens the paint, pushes the paint out to where when I was washing it, pressure washing it, it chipped the paint right off the hinge. So some of the hinges are perfect, not a blemish on them, and other ones are worse than others. So there's also these scratches here. Okay, I don't mind these because here's two lines. These have a story to tell. They're from my off-roading in the Outer Banks, North Carolina, and getting cut up by, here's another pretty good one. See if I can get it so it's not, there it is. So you can see it's not in the way of, or it's not a reflection of the white lines on the parking lot. And then it continues here. Here's some more. So basically, all along the paint, it didn't really affect the windows or the plastic top, obviously. But some of them actually did dig into the plastic fender flares a bit, though. I don't mind. Like I said, these have a story to tell. They're war wounds, if you will. But this, I don't know if it'll show up on camera that well. There's a little bit of it, but I'll insert a photo because of the contrast on the sky is tough. But there's a scratch that goes all the way down here and doubles over to here. And you can actually feel it. So that's a casualty of me trying to get the snow out of this ditch off the hood and being careless. So I'd like to get that fixed. But along with that, like I said though, even though these here have history, I might as well get them fixed. And here's another example of that oxidation, which is totally ridiculous, honestly. This one is basically perfect. This one is ruined. I mean, you can see just how that's ready to go at any moment, it seems like. So the problem is, because a detailer can't fix these or do anything about them, I have to actually take it to a body shop, have them removed, either replaced and or sanded down and repainted. Maybe I'll have them replaced, powder coated or something like that. But the other thing and the last thing, and I have no idea if I can get this to show up on camera, because a few years ago a robin decided to, that's actually a scratch. There you go. Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. Look at that. Right there is a giant gouge that a friend of mine decided to throw rocks with his SUV. I went too low there. And chipped the hell out of it. So I'll get that fixed. But trying to show you these, all these thousands and thousands of minuscule, tiny scratches from that robin trying to attack itself in its reflection. I don't know if that's dirt or if that's a good example of the reflection. Just cleaned this, so yeah, there, I think, let me see, trying to get it to focus and show you this tiny scratches. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you can see it. But this whole door, just as much as you can see my reflection, what the robin would do is you'd sit up here, take a break, take dumps, and all the bird shit would come down here, and he would take a break, attack the door, even attack the window, but attack the door especially. Take a break, attack the door. It was crazy. This happened like 2 years ago, I think, 2, maybe even 3 years ago. But now that I got the big scratch on the hood, which, see if it will focus. I don't know, you probably can't see it, which is a good thing, I guess. But here's a smaller scratch here. And again, that's from my dumbass not removing snow properly. But like I said, the elongated scratches I don't mind because they tell a story. So that's the before. Obviously they're not gonna fix anything about those hinges, but the gentleman is going to give me a recommendation for a body shop, and then I can just hit that with touch-up paint, no real big deal there, or even take them off and powder coat them. But that's the before, so let's stay tuned for part 2, which would be not part 2, but the repair job. Guys, okay, it was just seconds for you, but it was been about a month for me, where the Jeep, after being detailed, was instantly put in the garage, and today is the first day I've taken it out, mainly because we've had one hell of a yellow season, and by yellow season I mean pollen. In fact, my vehicle being in the driveway for half an hour, you're probably going to see some of the pollen in this video, depending on how good the camera is. But that is not the point. The point is, I'm going to drive it and enjoy it, and some before and after. So the biggest before and after is that Zoro scratch that was in there is gone. They did an excellent job on that. There's still paint swirls everywhere, or swirls in the paint, I should say. Excuse me. I don't know if that is just comes with the territory of black paint, regardless of how good your detailer is, etc. But the bigger scratches, like even the trail rash, which I think I mentioned this in the first part of the video, where you know, to me they're scars that tell a story. I don't mind them so much, but there was some, I know there was some trail rash over here, sorry, along the little bit of painted area here, and see if I can get an angle. It's gone. There's nothing there, except for a half hour's worth of pollen. Some things that I wish I knew before I did this, and maybe you can benefit from this depending on what your needs and wants are. I just really wanted the big scratch on the hood fixed, really, because that was a blunder on my part, honestly, and it just looked horrible. I didn't need my wheels to coming around here to where the hinges are, and here's why I say about the, getting the wheels lacquered is all the spots that are now going to show up, right, on the fenders. And even it looks like, I don't know if it'll show up on, can you see that? It looks like streaks going downward. That's actually, I need to actually buff those out, but I left them before I videoed this, recorded this I should say. That's the one you can see best, there's two there. They came from the spray coming off the tire, just driving it home. And I also, even though the interior, honestly, my interior was not exactly a mud pit or all that dirty, but now it's all greasy. So I should have said, just fix the hood and the major scratches, and or better yet, just do the exterior, leave the tires alone and the interior alone. It would have saved me money, and it would have achieved the goal that I was trying to achieve.